Andre, glad I could catch you here in Chain Rooms. Just wanted to ask you a quick question. You were very consistent at fixing matches in Belarus. How did you keep that consistency? Because we're struggling with some consistency this season. We've really struggled with that. Just wondering how you kept consistent. Can you tell me? Again, he's just giving always a silent treatment. I'm asking you for help. Hello and welcome back to the Leeds United FM20 save. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episodes where we need to get some positive results because as you may have gleaned from the introduction, we've not been very consistent. Either way, we can't be consistently bad, we can't be consistently good and we can't be consistently indifferent. So it's up in the air at the moment as things stand. Either way, glad you're here and thank you because this series just seems to keep getting more and more popular every single day. More and more people keep piling onto it, watching the videos, and it's massively appreciated. I didn't expect this series to go as well as it has done so far. So thank you. Of course, likes target again, I'm going to set to 200 likes, please. That would be massively appreciated. And if you haven't yet pressed subscribe, please do press subscribe. There's about 60% of people who watch this currently are unsubscribed, 40% are subscribed. If we could then switch that around, 60% subscribed, 40% unsubscribed, that would be a lot better. So please do press the subscribe button. It is free and I would massively appreciate it. So I guess what I'll do is show you our form. And as you can see, we can't lose all our games, we can't win all our games, and we're just inconsistent all over the place, really. In fact, we're so inconsistent, we've actually got former players questioning us right now. Luke Ayling questioned us in the press. If I'm honest with you, he just must be bitter because I let him go from the club. He wants to play for Leeds, obviously, but to the same point, he does actually have a bit of a point himself. We started off after last episode's 1-1 draw and 3-0 loss to Blackburn with a 3-2 loss against Everton in the Carabao Cup. Adam Holzek, or Holozek, I'm going to say his name differently several times across this entire series, so just get used to my different pronunciations. I do apologise, but I can't quite... it's the H and the L. That's what throws me off a little bit, so it'll probably be different all the time. He scored 2 goals on his debut there, which is fantastic, so very pleased with how he played in that game. And he got another one in a 2-0 win against Leicester. Tyler Rock's got the other one, but 2 late goals in that game gave us our first competitive win of the season. So very pleased with that one. We then actually took a 2-0 lead against Liverpool in the first 20 minutes and then Liverpool asserted their dominance. They were undefeated last season and they weren't going to stop right now. They came back and beat us 3-2, which wasn't the best result, but we took some confidence from that and managed to beat Fulham 1-0 with Fabrice Hartman scoring the goal before then dipping back into the realms of inconsistency with a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth in a game which we dominated and we should have scored some more goals in, but clearly we couldn't. We could, though, score goals against Arsenal. Again, inconsistencies here. We beat Arsenal 2-1 but lose to Blackburn 3-0. It's very strange. I don't quite know. But we did manage to beat them 2-1. Rodrigo and Carlos Elena scoring a penalty late on in that game gave us a 3 points. And we managed to just about rescue a point against Manchester United. Adam Holozek was sent off for 2 yellow cards inside of 20 minutes. So we played for 70 minutes with only 10 men. And we scored a last-minute penalty to pick up the points, or a point in that game, which was great. But then we threw it all away by losing to Sheffield United 1-0 after that. So inconsistent, that's what we are right now. I want to say part of the issue is international break. There was a big break between Leicester and Liverpool and a big break between United and Sheffield United. So I feel like the international breaks just seem to mess us up a little bit. But for some of our players, like Josko Gvardiol, he got his first cap for Croatia, which was absolutely fantastic. And I took the risk of congratulating him on it. And it actually worked out quite nicely. He was actually pleased with me for a change. Normally when you congratulate players after their first goal or first international appearance, they seem to take it the wrong way and just like get really cross with you for some reason, but this guy didn't. International break may have not been good for us in terms of our form, but actually it was good for our scouts as we found some decent players that I might want to try and bring in for the future in the January window. For example, this guy, Ferran Gonzalez, contracted to Birmingham. I feel like he should be very happy to come to us considering that we are the division above. He's interested anyway. Obviously, Birmingham don't want to sell him, but if we could get a good deal for him and there's other regens like him that we've sort of found, we could be onto something. But obviously, that's a couple months away yet. In the meantime, we've got to try and beat Tottenham. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it or if we're even going to do it. But this is the team that we've gone for. I've changed a few things tactically a little bit. This time, Cliver is now playing as an inside forward on the left rather than the winger because Holozek has been playing really well as a winger on the right-hand side. I've decided to make Matthias Vital the attacking playmaker. I think just having him a bit further up the pitch might help us out a little bit. So that's what he is doing right now. Because he's now an advanced playmaker or attacking playmaker, whatever he's called, we've had to change the midfield slightly. Carlos Elena and Shackleton swapping sides, or the box-to-box midfielder was always on the right. Now they're on the left, so that Elena can sort of combine better with Holozek as a winger, rather than sort of getting in the way of Justin Kluivert on that side. Because Mazzara and inside forward, I don't think match up very well. I think I've got my Football Manager theory correct there. I think Mazzalas and wingers work better than Mazzalas and inside forwards. If I can remember correctly, I'm not sure if I have done. Let me know in the comment section if that is true or not. Also made a little change to the back as well. If Kluivert is now on support, we've got Nedliakov / Haps when he plays on attacking, and Josko obviously now on the cover sort of role, I guess. What is this? Just cover role? Is that what it is? Just role? Is that the word I'm looking for? I guess so. Either way, he'll be playing to cover in case Nedliakov is sort of caught up there a little bit and we need a bit of cover on my left-hand side. We've had this in place since the Arsenal United games and results have looked a little more positive because of that, so hopefully it all works out nicely. Carol Filler obviously on loan from Tottenham, so he can't play today. So Cody Drama is getting a rare first start appearance. So hopefully he performs well for us. But in talking about the rest of the team, I think I've actually told you the rest of the lineup pretty much. So there's the lineup. Hopefully they succeed and hopefully we don't lose and just get a point. A point will be good. So as kickoff is upon us, I probably should have updated you on the table. I've not done that yet. We currently find ourselves 12th, which actually isn't very bad at all. I've slated our form and our consistency so far, but actually 12th in the table is a very good position to be in. Obviously, we want to improve on our 11th, or did we get 9th? It might have been 9th we got last season. Holozek just scored a goal for us, which puts us at the 10th. Either way, we want top half this season to try and improve on our performances from last season. And right now, as we scored the goal, let's watch the replay as Drama puts the ball into Matthias Vatal, into Elena. Elena coming forward with it, sort of cuts it back across to Holozek, who's unmarked, shoots, goal. He's been very, very good so far for us this season. But obviously, Tottenham are a team looking for Champions League football. I believe they've still got Mourinho as the manager. They still have Mourinho as the manager, so they've not sacked him after last season, because Tottenham are usually pretty quick to sack managers in Football Manager, I've sort of found. Particularly when they're not doing so well. They need to be top 4. That's what their target is. And right now, they're actually 9th in the table. So maybe not the best of starts for the season for them either. Maybe they've been as inconsistent as we have, as well as we look to try and bring the ball forward as Shackleton gets the ball, puts it out wide to Drama, who's in an awful lot of space, but sort of dilly-dallies around with it a little bit. It gets into Holozek either way to get the shot away, but didn't get it in the back of the net. Adam Holozek once again on the ball. Everything's gone through him. He's been the best signing so far this summer. And lots of you guys in the comment section saying that he is outstanding for you in your saves. As I've said, I've never actually played with him in any Football Manager. Not this one, not previous ones. I've only ever heard good things about him, but never actually signed him. So I was quite excited to see what he was like, particularly when I saw him come up in the scout reports and thought, oh yes, people talk about him. Let's get him into the club. So far, we've not been disappointed. He's been much better than Justin Kluivert, who again, I'm starting to think maybe Kluivert is a man we have to try and sell come January. Now, he's been fantastic for me in other saves, but this one, he's just not gelling very well with the team, which maybe suggests he's not the right fit for the squad. So maybe it's better to move him on and try and grab someone else instead. But as the first half comes to an end, there's another highlight. I thought we might get away with not conceding a goal before half-time, but Tottenham on the ball, looking to just grab one before half-time to make their half-time team talk a little easier. As Harry Kane into Lucas Moura, lovely play from them to be fair, and Lucas Moura puts that in the bottom corner. If I'm honest with you, I think Farner should have done a little better with that one. We'll see maybe a bit more on this replay, but it's a great bit of tiki-taka play here from Tottenham. Nice passing into space. Lucas Moura there. Farner should have done an awful lot better with that one, I must say. He is at fault for that goal. Come on, you Leeds. Let's get ourselves back into this game. I say back into this game. We're already in it, aren't we? It's 1-1. Back in the lead of this game is what I meant to say. We are actually the team on top right now as Carlos Elena's free kick into the middle. Robin Koch heads that over the bar. I don't think we've got a particularly tall team, actually. I don't think we really make the most from set pieces, and Ndombele unmarked at the far post. Luckily, Farnes was ready and waiting for that one. With 15 minutes or so to go, though, who's not played well? Kluivert, 6.4. When he plays well, he's incredible. When he doesn't play well, he's terrible. So Kluivert off for Hartman. Unfortunately, Tyler Roberts is currently injured. So he's not on the bench, which might mean actually Kulusevski can come on up front instead. Let's see how he plays. And let's bring Haps on for a little bit more attackingness. That's not even a word, is it? Down the left-hand side. We'll bring him on to just try and help out Hartman a little bit and see if we can score a goal down the left-hand side. That's our strongest side, I think, attacking-wise, I would say, particularly with support from the wing-back and things like that. As Haps on the ball right now, hopefully doing what we want him to do, is he puts across the middle. Kulusevski waiting, Vital's there, and Vital gets the goal we need with 10 minutes to go. The substitute has done exactly what I wanted him to do. Fantastic stuff. Haps just getting right down almost to the byline, cutting inside, across, cleared poorly by Alderweireld and Matthias Vital, or Vital. Again, names are going to change so many times because pronunciations are not my strong point. You'll come to love it at some point, but I know a lot of you right now will probably be ripping your hair out of my terrible pronunciations as Haps. Come on, lad. Get another assist, Haps. Get another assist as he puts the ball. It keeps going. Shoot instead. Oh, it's saved by Lloris, and I think that might... Actually, that was the highlight. I thought there might be another chance for Tottenham to counter. We are having all the highlights for us right now in the final 10 minutes, though. Haps coming on has changed the game because everything's coming down this left-hand side as Shackleton this time shoots, and that somehow goes in the back of the net. That was terrible goalkeeping from Hugo Lloris. But finally, we've got a win this season on camera, and it's quite an empathetic win as well. 3-1 against Tottenham is a fantastic result as Shackleton just turns unmarked completely. I think Lloris was way out of position because he should have done so much better from that dribble of a shot, really, in all honesty. It wasn't the best of shots at all. But it looks like we've rounded off the game. There might be a goal in here for Tottenham, but hopefully just a consolation goal. Somehow, that's not gone in the back of a net. I don't know what Bergwijn was doing there. He took a big touch before just shooting. He should have done it first time to easily score a goal, but it's not been Tottenham's day. Instead, it's been our day, and hopefully this is a big moment of change, and we're going to start winning every single game for the rest of the season now. So that win boosts us up to 9th in the table, which I'm struggling to believe is actually real, considering that how inconsistent our season's been so far. I guess other teams around us just have also been as inconsistent. I mean, Blackburn had a great start to the season, and then have just lost loads and drawn loads, so teams just not really finding form at the moment, I suppose, apart from Man City. And well, I'll say Liverpool, they've drawn a lot recently. No one's really got a good win of runs. The only team that are consistent are Burnley, consistently losing games, and they are the team we're playing next. Scouts keep finding more good regens as well. I mean, this guy potentially got 5 stars potential. We're not really scouting out fully, but they keep finding some good 16, 17-year-olds as well who look quite cheap. If we can get them in and just train them for a few seasons, 5 seasons time or something like that, they could be world-class players. It's all about trying to find them when they're as young as possible, which I know I've just said out loud doesn't sound quite right, really, does it? But the younger you can get them into the club, the more you can develop them, the cheaper they are as well, and they can all work out quite nicely in the end. And it's not just me that thinks Kluivert's not performing. He keeps getting dropped from the Dutch squad as well. 8 times in a row now he's not been picked for the Dutch squad. It's not great for him. I did post a picture on Twitter the other evening, in fact last night actually, and it goes back to last season and then pre-season and this season so far. When he plays well, he's incredible. When he doesn't play well, he plays really terribly. It's just, I don't know what to do with him. So in preparation for the Burnley game, Josko is just coming back from a knock he sustained midweek, but we'll swap him off for Valenti. I kept saying Valentini. There's only one I in there. It's Valenti, but he doesn't like being a ball-playing defender. So we'll put him as centre-back on cover, and then Koch can be our ball-playing defender instead. Calvin Phillips just come back from sprained ankle ligaments, a 3-week injury he had there. So let's start him instead of Shackleton for this game, and we'll leave Elena on. Or will we? No, let's actually do McCalmont instead. Let's see how he plays today. Let's swap the whole midfield around. And given that he can play today, is on 100% everything, we'll put Carol Filler on for Drama. But Drama did play very well last game. He did nothing wrong, so I'd be happy to start him again a few times. So then, kickoff is upon us here today. Burnley obviously have lost virtually every game so far this season, so you can almost guarantee that they are nearly going to score past us. Filler there, just clearing that one off the line. I think Burnley might have a good chance of winning today because we are so inconsistent, and you can just, it always happens, doesn't it? You always play bottom of the table and they always thrash you. Unless, of course, you're bottom of the table and you can't beat anyone. So it never works in your favour, does it, really? But Rodrigo on the ball for us, who's not been particularly good so far this season. I think is just one is a free. I don't think it's a penalty. I think it's more of a free kick. It's going to VAR, but yes, it is a free kick on the edge of the area. Is this going to be a red card for Ben Mee, though? Referee's walking to him very slowly. Send him off. No, you got nothing. Just a warning. You hate to see it. Phillips with the free kick, though, swung into the middle, and Robin Koch hits that over the bar. Oh, it's gone for a corner. 22 minutes into this game, and we are not really asserting ourselves very much, I must say. Only 2 shots in the entire game. Burnley holding us quite nicely. They just lost as well 5-2 to Blackburn, like midweek. or we played on Saturday last week. I think they played on the Sunday. We lost 5-2 to Blackburn. So obviously, they're not very good defending-wise, and we're not really punishing that right now, as Holozek does get past his man, puts a cross into Rodrigo, who finally gets another goal this season. 3 for him now, not quite on the same trajectory as that 17 he got last season, but maybe as the season goes on, he finds some form and scores more goals, but that was a crucial one to give us the lead. And actually, if we win this game, it'll be the first time this season we've actually won more than one in a row. I've got an idea for a thumbnail today. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through with it, if I'm honest with you. Because it might... I mean, I guess no one would really understand it until I explain it. But we've been very inconsistent. What else is inconsistent? Erectile dysfunction. And there's always good campaigns of like a bloke sitting on the edge of the bed like that, looking upset, and his wife's in the background looking a bit grumpy. That can be Andre, and I'll be the one like that, or something like that. If that is the thumbnail, I do apologise, but I'm trying to think of some new, more funny ideas for thumbnails rather than just the boring old ones that I used to do, where it's just, I obviously couldn't be asked half the time. So I'm trying to put more effort into the thumbnails, and it's working because you guys keep clicking on them all, so it is doing its job. And I tell you who else is doing their job, this Leeds United squad right now. We've got 10 minutes to go in this game, and we are still winning 1-0. For the first time, we could be getting back-to-back victories this season, as the cross from Filler, not the best. Nedliakov this time, back into... I meant to swap him out, actually, for Haps, because Haps played so well since coming on last game, so that's a bit annoying. Temenushkov, who we sold to Burnley, nearly sets up Aros, whatever he's called there, as Farron makes a good save. 10 minutes to go. Calvin's played very well, but is tired, but let's leave him on the pitch for now. Nedliakov is going to come off for Haps. Again, Justin Kluivert having a bad game, a 6.7. Only Valentini's on a 6.7 as well, but he's a centre-back who's had nothing to do all game. So Kluivert, off you come. Fabrice Hartman, on you go. Hopefully you can... I genuinely feel like we just need to get rid of... Because everyone else is performing. Everyone else gets, you know, good ratings. They play well each match. It's just always Kluivert who is like the weak link. And I don't know if I'm just being unfair on him, because we are paying him £100,000 a week and we spent a lot of money on him, and I'm expecting big performances. But even for us, and I'm only not dropping him because we're paying that much money for him. I feel like we've got to play him if we're paying him that much. That's a bit of a tongue twister. But I just don't know what to do with him. Let me know in the comment section what you would do if you were me right now, as he's not scored a goal because he's not on the pitch. It's Fabrice Hartman looking to try and get that one. But with only 2 minutes left on the clock, I think this should be an easy win for us just to see out now, as Filler on the ball loses possession. Oh, let's not concede now. Let's not concede now. Faranez, thank you. And that is that. Burnley 0, Leeds 1. For the first time this season, we've had back-to-back victories, and we temporarily move up to 12th in the table, because I think we're this weekend's early kickoff. I say 12th in the table. I meant 8th. We've played 12 games. That's what I was looking at. 8th in the table, 18 points. Everyone else is still to play those, so we will probably drop back down a little bit. But I'm not going to do that right now, because I want you to remember this episode and see, yes, Leeds are in 8th position. So I think next episode we'll do another game which should be a test, Man City, and a game which should be fairly routine, a Sheffield United game. But we did lose 1-0 to them a few games ago, so that might be a little bit different. But that is what's going to come up next episode. So once again, thanks for watching. If you're still watching at this point, please do drop a like on the video. That would be massively appreciated. It really helps the channel out when you do that. And of course, if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe, because that would also help me out quite a bit. If we can get to 16,000 subscribers by the time FM21 comes out, that would be mental. It's on the cards, I reckon. It's on the cards. We're like at nearly 15,400 now. So if we get an extra 600 subs by the time that FM21 comes out, we could be on to something. And with all of that, all I have to say now is have a lovely evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.